Ah, the open road, the joy of a crisp day, the freedom of unencumbered travel along the byways of the western United States. Not quite what you had in mind? Well, luckily, the picture is rapidly changing. The winter is slowly giving away before the onslaught of spring. For those aching for the scent of rebirth and the warm air blowing by, the transition can't happen fast enough. Motorcyclists are at the top of that list, and for them, the open road looks a little more like this. Roadways from the Kings Highway in California to the byways of Connecticut are driven every day by people in cars on their way from point A to point B. For motorcyclists, however, the road isn't something you just drive on. The scenery, not just something you pass by. Everything comes together as an experience that transcends any one singular part of the trip. As weather warms, so do the dreams of bikers longing for a good stretch of asphalt and an open horizon. Here in Utah, the scenic routes are traveled by bikers in search of that freedom and enjoyment. This is what brought Kelly and Kim Peacock to the motorcycle lifestyle. For them, though, it slowly moved from being a personal passion to a business that incorporated everything they loved about saddling up and hitting the pavement.
We started riding quite a few years ago, and we found out that we were riding longer and longer. We'd be out a weekend, we'd be out a couple of days, then we'd be out a week or two. So we found out that a lot of people really didn't know how to do these tours. So they were asking us exactly where to go and what to do. So we found out for a lot of our friends that we were putting together tours, organizing the routes, the motels, guiding them through all the roads. And so it's just a natural progression that we started Open Road Motorcycle Adventures as a touring company.
Today, Kelly and Kim, along with some friends, are taking the open road experience together through the hills of northern Utah and the Uinta Mountains. Many of the riders have spent time with the Peacocks over the last few years, planning their trips through open road motorcycle tours, and now do so regularly. It doesn't matter what kind of bikes they have, just as long as they can keep up. The two-day trip will get the couples reacquainted with their motorcycles, warm air, and introduce them to sights they're likely to have never seen before.
Our tours go anywhere in the Western Rockies. We take people up as far as almost at the Canadian border, up to Glacier National Park. We also go down south to some of the great parks in southern Utah, and we even go over into Colorado a little bit.
They plan everything. It's been a godsend. It's taken a lot of pressure off us. Now all we have to do is show up. We get special stops for photo ops. But the best part is the camaraderie that we have through all these rides.
One of our favorite things about doing these tours is the people that we get to meet all over the world.
Had a lot of fun, met a lot of friends, and we are friends with them every day now. We do more than just ride motorcycles with them.
Roads seem to lengthen with the days, allowing each motorcycle trip a little more fun than yesterday. Though one afternoon sees sunshine and the next clouded cold during the enigmatic month of March, the first glimpse of Emerald Spring is finally visible after the long dark of winter. For riders like the Peacocks, that glimpse is more than enough, and the invitation is there to go in search of the open road.
At the end of the trip, you will have a whole new group of lifelong friends.
From the landscape of the West, I'm Bob Welty.